Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you guys are having a great day today. It's summertime now. The weather is awesome outside. I've been outside all day today, but it's time to look at the charts today. Today we're going to talk about why I think Chainlink is the best possible buy that you guys could be doing right now. So stay tuned and watch the entire video to wonder why you should buy Chainlink today. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jordan back. I was doing that intro and I really want to stress the fact that I generally believe in Chainlink, and I think Chainlink is going to be the most profitable crypto to buy for the 2 years of 2020 and 2021. I think this has huge profitability and just great things coming to the Chainlink network here. We're going to hop right into the weekly chart, and I just want to zoomed out to the entire history of Chainlink here. And as you can see, we have a general kind of thing going on here where this bottom little fractal here is playing out almost the exact way as this top fractal here, guys. As you can see, we had the top red line resistance here kind of holding us down before we broke out, and we had this bottom green resistance line here that was kind of holding us up, kind of our floor, as you would say, that we cannot go below. And in between those two lines, we have a diagonal support and resistance here, and a diagonal support here. And as you can see up here, we have the same thing. We have a diagonal resistance turned in to support here. And then obviously you can see down here for this top line, we have resistance here, and it was support up here, kind of the exact same way as it's playing out. And then for this bottom one, we have this support here where it never dropped down below this diagonal support. As you can see here, besides the Corona big, everything dropped at this point. So we got to kind of look past this point where it dropped down below this, but as you can see, it never closed below this line, guys. It never closed below this line. Making me get a huge bounce, and it dropped back up. Now we're going to kind of zoom in here on a couple of these. We're going to zoom into the most recent one here. As you can see, guys, what we did here, we're going to go on the weekly time frame here, zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so let's see what we got here, guys. So we're going to say this was the peak back here, as this was the peak back here. So what we did is we fell down below to this support line. As you can see here, after we peak, we fall below to this support line. After we fall to the support line, we come back up and we test this upper diagonal resistance line here. As you can see, we drop back down below, we come up and we test this diagonal resistance line. Coming back down here, we go back down, and then we drop back down to the horizontal support. Also, this is when this diagonal support comes into play here. You can see after we come up and test the resistance line, we fall down, we test this horizontal support, and this is when the diagonal resistance line starts. So far, it's becoming exactly the same, guys, and this is why I want to stress this point. These two areas are exactly the same. Obviously, you're going to have fluctuations that are a little bit different, but the general macro structure is exactly the same for Chainlink, guys. Now let's scroll to the right here. After we come up and test this upward support, we come up and we actually break this upward support line, and we test this resistance line, and we get rejected. Same thing here. We come up, we break this diagonal resistance line, and we come up and test the horizontal resistance line, and we actually break it, and we get rejected. We come down, we drop back below this resistance line, and we drop down and we test the other diagonal support line. Up here, guys, we drop down below this support line, and we come down and once again, we test this diagonal support line, same as down here. And then after we do that, we come up and we break this diagonal support line. This is on the weekly time frame. So if you go down to the daily time frame, we have a little bit more chop down here in this area. But you see the same thing. We come up, we break this support line. This one's a little bit, the top fractal is a little bit longer than the bottom one, so you're going to have definitely a couple more weeks of chop here. As you can see, we come up, we break the support line, we have some chop. In the daily time frame, there's some chop down here in this area, chop, chop, chop. And then we end up breaking through this horizontal resistance line, and that's when the huge parabolic run starts. From about, once we break that, went from about 57 cents all the way up to our top, which was about, looking at about, over $4 there. So, this is exactly the same. We're going to come back over here. And we're going to see what we're likely to play out. We're going to come up. We're about to test this resistance line. We might chop around in here a little bit, but I don't see us falling back below this diagonal line. We're coming up, test this resistance line. Once we break through that, guys, I think we're off to the races. We're going to see the same amount of parabolic run that we saw after this fractal played out. We broke this resistance line and we absolutely took off. Same exact thing is happening here. Once we break this resistance line, could be tomorrow, could be next week. We're going to break through this resistance line and we're going to go up parabolic once again, guys. So as you can see, we're about playing out for this top fractal here. We're about right here for this bottom fractal. So if you guys wanted to buy Chainlink and get on with the lowest possible price, I think now is the time that you guys want to buy and get in before it's too late, guys. I want to stress this enough before it's too late. Please get in. Not my advice. Just want you guys to do the best as possible as you can. This is just my advice. Don't take it for any kind of financial advice. All right, guys. But I wanted to kind of zoom in on, not look at the bigger time frame fractals, but also look at what's going on the the hourly here. We're in this. Let's zoom out a little bit here. We're in this kind of descending triangle. Where we were in this ascending triangle where we got support here, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. We broke through. Right here, guys, we broke right through the support, but we're actually going back up and we actually broke through the old support and we broke back into the triangle. So this could be one giant fake out move here, guys. And once we're back in the triangle, we could be coming back up, testing this resistance. Usually a descending triangle is a bearish pattern, but we broke back in through it, which usually means that you're going to be breaking out back up to the upside, back up here. And this is when, realistically, if we zoom out, this is when we could be breaking that, that resistance line here. This is the perfect opportunity. We break this, we have a measured move about here. This would coincide right with this resistance line and be the perfect way to break out and start that new parabolic run for Chainlink. Now is the time you want to invest into Chainlink, guys. Once again, don't take it for personal advice. I'm buying a lot of Chainlink. Do what you think is best for yourself. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Sorry, I got my tongue a little tied there. Happens. It's a nice day out. I went for a run. A little bit dehydrated. Forgive me, but make sure you guys are doing what's best for you, and best for me is investing in Chainlink right now. It's my second biggest holding in crypto. Obviously, I love Bitcoin. I'm going to hold mostly a majority in Bitcoin because it's a safe asset, but Chainlink is a close number 2 to Bitcoin. I will have to say that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you do, please smash a like. I'm going to be coming out with tons of Bitcoin, altcoin videos, and just general, money tips for everyday life. So if you're interested in that, plus subscribe button and the bell, definitely appreciate it as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope it's nice out where you are, and enjoy it outside. Thanks.